I see Joe raggedy behind and took himself to these LA streets, falling in love again. Maybe if he would take some time to just focus on himself, he could stop ruining other people's lives. Hey everyone, it's Sharonda from Pay or Wait. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Netflix series You Season 2, which is now streaming on the Netflix platform. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome, hello, I hope you stay, glad you came. I share with you what I enjoy about the series, what I didn't enjoy about the series, and is it worth the binge or not, okay? Is it worth your time during this holidays to sit and watch all 10 episodes of You? So this is going to be a spoiler-free review. I'm not going to give any spoilers out. I will be doing a spoiler review probably on Friday or Saturday just to give everyone time to kind of binge the series because we got a lot to talk about. So You Season 2 picks up kind of a couple of months after where we left off in Season 1. We saw that Candace, Joe has an alias in this season. It's not a spoiler, but he goes by the name of Will because basically at the end of Season 1, his ex-girlfriend Candace came back. I thought Candace was dead. Joe thought Candace was dead. Everybody else thought Candace was dead, but she wasn't. She came back and she rolled up on Joe and had him shook. So shook that he decided to uproot his life, change his whole identity, and move to LA. And that's kind of where Season 2 picks up. So Joe, or now Will, in Season 2, has now found a new love interest by the name of Love, because why not fall in love with somebody by the name of Love, who is played by The Haunting of Hill House's Victoria Pedretti. If you guys haven't watched The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix, it's actually a really great series. You should definitely go watch it. So going into what makes You Season 2 work, Penn Badgley does such a fantastic job as Joe. His charm that he has, kind of this quiet, charismatic yet caring guy. You can understand why these women are attracted to him, or why they feel so vulnerable, or why they want to make themselves vulnerable around him, even though you know in the back of your mind he is trash, he is a sociopath, he is not someone that should be like. But I think due to the acting that Penn Badgley does bring to this character, it really has you like conflicted. I was like morally conflicted the entire season, just as I was in Season 1. I was just like, you are so trash, but like you are so charming that I totally understand how this craziness works with these women. But I will also have to say that Victoria does a very fantastic job as Love. She's a different type of character than what we saw in the previous season with Beck. She's a very caring person. You get to learn a lot of things about Love and her journey through love and heartbreak, and how that makes her who she is as a person, and why she's probably even more susceptible to kind of this good guy image that Will portrays to her. And so it kind of makes things more believable. And what I will say, I'm sorry, I'm still sick. What I will say is that Season 2 is a little bit more believable on how some of these things play out. As you get to learn more of the characters and what they're capable of. We're in LA now. People have connections. People have money. You understand how some of these characters get away with the things that they do. And also, too, how Will gets away with some of the crazy situations that he finds himself in as well. One of the things that I do want to give Season 2 kudos is they really do a great job of kind of showing how men like Will, how he doesn't get caught, how there are laws like around stalkers, that it really doesn't give women the protection that they really need. And more specifically, there's kind of a scene where we kind of hear a little bit more about Candace's story and why it wasn't so easy to try to bring Joe or Will to justice. And so I really do appreciate them kind of showcasing that, and showcasing like how even though in the show that we find so unbelievable is how he can get out of all these situations, how the laws really don't protect women from their stalkers. And so I do want to give them kudos for that. But also, too, I really just enjoy this new setting, kind of this LA setting. It really makes him kind of a fish out of water, because he definitely does not fit into the LA scene. And I love how they kind of talk about LA people and kind of how he's kind of immersing himself into this new world. And I do like Love's friends. They're more likable than the friends of Bex that we saw in Season 1. And I was really happy to see Charlie Barnett, who plays Gabe, one of her friends. And you may know him from Russian Doll. I was like, hey, it's so nice to see you. But we know that Joe kind of always takes this charity case, finds a kid that he always wants to help. And this time is a girl by the name of Ellie, played by Jenna Ortega. I actually really enjoy her as a character. She's kind of a bad little kid, but you understand why she's bad as you get to learn more about her. But I actually do kind of love the connection that they have and kind of how their relationship changes throughout the course of the season. Now, if I had to go into issues that I do have with the season 2 of You, is it kind of feels as though the plot is all over the place, especially within the last 2 episodes. It gets really cuckoo, really cray-cray, which for the most part it works, but it just feels so out of place from the previous 8 episodes that you're just like, why didn't you guys just try to ease us into this throughout the course of the season instead of just like, we're just going to do it all right now. And then also too with Candace's storyline, they kind of get you kind of settled in with Will and his new love interest. Then they kind of introduce Candace's kind of plot. And then they kind of go in and out, and you're just like, are we going to stick to this? Are we not? It's just kind of all over the place. And I think some viewers may leave out of season 2 of You feeling as though been there, done that, seen it before. And I think one of the things that works with season 1 of You is that we didn't know Joe was cray-cray. We didn't know that he was a sociopath. And that element of surprise when you get to learn the true version of Joe, that is why so many people were hooked to season 1. But in season 2, the gig is up. We already know who this person is. We just have to wait for him to manifest himself within this new relationship. And so I think a lot of people might feel as though, okay, like I still enjoyed this, but like season 3, or if you guys like keep going, we kind of got to find something different, because it kind of felt like, okay, that's going to happen. And it started to get a little bit predictable for me. But I would say outside of that, I had a really great time watching You season 2. I really like the direction that they take kind of towards the end of the season when they do decide to try to shake things up, to try to give us something new to look at. There were some parts that I would definitely figure it out, but things didn't happen in the way that I thought it would. So I do appreciate the element of surprise that they bring into You season 2. I do love how they use these new characters. And I think a lot of fans will be so eager to see how everything wraps up and will be waiting for a season 3. So what I would tell you guys to do with You and your time on this holiday season, this holiday weekend, not for me because I got to go to work tomorrow and the day after that, but I would definitely tell you this is worth the binge. If you're a fan of season 1 of You, you're definitely going to enjoy season 2, and you're definitely going to be like clawing to see what they're going to do with season 3. So those are my quick thoughts on You season 2. As always, my name is Sharonda from Pay Your Weights, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. I'll see you soon.